Homelessness and the number of rough sleepers is still continuing to rise across the UK, according to charities and official sources. In Edinburgh, Bethany Christian Trust receives funding from the Sleep in the Park event. One of their many initiatives is a food delivery van, run with volunteers like James. What made you want to get involved in the project?
Well, I am myself a Christian, and I appreciate having a roof over my head. Bethany offers this opportunity where just ordinary folks can turn up and you get into a van, food has been donated, and you can go around and offer people a bit of sustenance. I enjoy doing it. We don't judge, we just offer a smile, a sandwich, a hot drink, and a conversation.
There you go, my darling. Enjoy. Take care. Whilst food and drink might provide temporary help, there is longer-term work going on too. This accommodation is for homeless people who've been in the all-too-common trap of addiction. As residents have been telling me, it's a safe place for them to start their recovery.
It's about love, being loved. It's like, I don't know, it's so special. And so it's a family.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, and it's really hard over the years, being in that addiction. People don't give you a chance. They look down on you all the time. You blame yourself as well. And giving everything to God, and He forgives you for all the bad things you've done.
It's a Christian place, you know, and what I like about it is you find God your own way.
You find yourself, find who you're meant to be, or the best person that you can be. When you let go of your past and your addictions and your problems, the guilt, the shame, the pain, the brokenness, to be set free, you've got to be prepared to put in the effort, the hard work. And it's no that you're just taking out of society for a wee while, for a holiday. There's a lot soul searching.
And what does this place mean to you?
It's the safe haven. It's a start going out again into society without the crutches that we used alcohol and drugs.
The place saved my life, you know, and I just can't thank him enough. So, amen.
Canberra, thousands slept out for charity, but right the way across the UK, ever more enterprising ways are being found to help people who are homeless. In one of the oldest shelters in Manchester, a brand new partnership is being formed. This is the Embassy Bus, once used by famous rock bands on tour. It's now been recommissioned as a 14-bed mobile shelter for homeless people. Funded by donations and corporate sponsorship, it's the brainchild of Christian community worker Sid Williams.
I suppose when I first did my research, I wanted to see if this was even needed. So I went to see the council in Manchester, and they said, "Oh, you want to start a homeless shelter? There's quite a lot of legislation. There's a fair amount of, things you have to get in place." And I said, "Oh, what if it was a homeless shelter in a bus?" And the woman said to me, "Oh, we didn't know they existed. I don't think there's any legislation for that." And of course there's no planning permission for a bus. So they went away, and 2 weeks later came back and said, "Yeah, as long as you don't park on double yellows, you might as well crack on."
Each night the bus will park next to Manchester City Mission, increasing their bed capacity by almost 50%. Tonight's the very first time a group of volunteers, including homeless people, are testing out the accommodation. It's their chance to give feedback to Sid.
When I heard of it though, all the concepts and stuff, I thought, like a double-decker, old school. Upstairs, downstairs, bed. But now you come in here and you go, wow.
This is comfort beyond belief, to be honest. Wow, basically.
Staff at Manchester City Mission are in no doubt that this will transform their work.
It's really exciting because we believe this partnership with Sid is from God. They've got the same heartbeat to help reach out to the lost, but also help them get the homes and get them helping move on in life, and to get them out of this cycle of homelessness, not just to give them a bed for the night and that's it, but it's to get them out of this cycle so they can really succeed more in life.
Everyone wants to know who's toured on this bus. When I purchased this, part of the deal was that I didn't share those names. Actually, the A-listers, the VIPs, the very important people that this bus is for, is those homeless guys. And one of them just said to me, "I understand the concept, but why have you gone for such a luxury bus? To me this is like a 5-star hotel." And I said, "Well, I believe God wants you to know that you're valuable." I was like, yes, this is what it's about. It's people discovering that they're valued by God and that they're precious and that they are as valuable as any rock star that's toured on this thing,
Although he still needs more volunteers to expand the work, Sid is trusting in God every step of the way.
We see God provide each time, and so yeah, we do genuinely lean on God for support, and that's faith, and it can be a bit scary at times, but hey, what an adventure.
Everlasting
Our next hymn continues on that theme of relying on God to help and guide us through life, and it features two of BBC Radio 2's Young Choristers of the Year.